Like, who up next? You up next. How about that spin into a jumper? And then more from Wemby. Mid-range extended, gets the roll. Spurs are down 3. Steps into a 3. That ties the game at 1:14 with just over a minute to go. Next possession for Chicago. Trey Jones blocked by Wemby. He had 5 blocks in the game. We're going the other way. Wemby calls for the ISO. And just from there, had the defense backing up all game. He had 38 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. And the Spurs, 8-2, their best 10-game start in 10 years.
Luka and the Lakers visiting the Hornets. 3 minutes left in the half. Lakers down 4. Luka was like, let me just call bank here. That dude had 21 first half points. That was pretty. Then at the end of the half, off of a Hornets miss, Austin Reeves running the floor, fighting through the defense. Buzzer beater. So we had a buzzer beater in this game. It was just at the half, though. 17 first half points for Reeves. Lakers up 2 at the break. In the third, it was big. It was also a big moment for Luka. We don't see him dunk often, but that was a dunk. 38 points for Luka. They outscored the Hornets 31-15. How about that? 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Doncic just heaved that one. Problem was, it was after J.J. Redick had called timeout, and then this happened closing seconds of the game. Reeves throwing it up a little closer to half court, made it a little back and forth between the teammates.
Luka, did you make sure to let Austin know that your shot that didn't count was from further than his that was happening?
Yeah, and he got one in the game he didn't want to pass me, so I made sure he knows so I can make that.
I'll have to check the film and see which one was further.
There's going to be like tape out there on the floor the next time. Lakers won it, by the way, 121-111. More NBA madness. Giannis and the Bucks taking on Cooper Flag and the Mavericks. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Keep an eye on Giannis spinning, driving and throwing it down. Bucks down 1. Then tied at 102. Giannis taking all of the time in the world, knocking down that 3 to retake the lead. 2 minutes left. Mavericks down 1. Cooper Flag floating that 2. And the lead up 1. Back and forth they would go. Mavs down 1. Flag, yes, deserving of all of that. Over Giannis. Then Ryan Rawlings driving, laying it in for 2. Bucks up 1. Dallas inbounding. PJ Washington looking for Flag. No, Kyle Kuzma got the loose ball. That was an easy dunk. The Bucks are back up 3. Max Christie misses. Ball tapped out to Washington. Desperation 3. Fouled by Giannis, though. Makes the first free throw. Washington. No. Looking to intentionally miss the third. Hits the front. The ball gets tapped out to Bobby Portis. That will end it. Giannis, by the way, 30 points. The Bucks win it by 2.
Best start since the 2015-16 season. They are 8-2. How about that, Mr. Sean Elliott? 8-2 through the first 10.
Thrilled, yeah, and that's the way it should be. And you know, I'm always going back and looking at games that we could have won, like the Laker game.
Yeah.
You know, that was a winnable game. Phoenix, give them credit. Could be 9-1 right now, but I am pleased with 8-2. I'm going to take that every single time, especially when our guys had to come back in the fashion that they did tonight, where they really had to clamp down. Hadn't played good defense really until maybe the middle of the fourth quarter. They started getting stops, really started communicating, making it hard on the Bulls. That's how Mitch Johnson wants them to play for 48 minutes.
It was funny when Will Perdue joined us. That's when Luke Cornett started playing really, really well, and he was saying he sort of saw himself in Luke Cornett a little bit, and I know you were so excited to see Luke come back.
I really was, and you know, like Will Perdue said, high basketball IQ, sets screens and rolls to the basket, always takes the right angle. He's not going too wide, he's going right down the middle of the key. There he sets the screen, almost like a little slip. The defenders don't communicate it very well. You're outside the play, there's the pass over the top again. And here he is, takes the right angle. Once again, he keeps that help defender on his back, and there's no way for the help defender to get back into play. I don't know how many lobs he got tonight, but he did a phenomenal job rebounding the ball when he's out there with Victor Wembanyama. Boy, it's tough to get a shot in the paint. They're going to get every single rebound. It's just fun to welcome him back.
And you mentioned it, him and Castle have sort of a special connection on that lob.
I mean, Steph Castle finds everybody. He's finding all the bigs. He's finding Victor. He's finding Luke Cornett. But Luke Cornett is easy to find because, he takes the right angles on all his cuts, and he's not as much a point of emphasis. Like you see, anytime Victor's setting that high screen and roll, teams have talked about that over and over and over again. And Luke Cornett gets in there and they run the same high screen and roll. And the weak side defender, he's hugging his man. He doesn't want to get involved, and it's an easy pass again over the top.
So we started with vanilla. Now how about the French? French vanilla. Victor Wembanyama exploding tonight.
Like he was born to be in that position. Just took over the game in the fourth.
38, 12, 5, and Steph Castle, my man, you guys end this game on a 30-13 run. How did you do it? How did you get this thing done?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't too happy with how our defense was playing the first 3 quarters, and I feel like our guys really came. I mean, regardless of what the coaches said, I feel like the message is more important from us. So our guys came together in the fourth quarter and knew we had to clamp down on defense if we wanted to win.
What was said to you guys about your defense at halftime, and what was the difference in that fourth quarter for you guys to tighten up the ship and make it difficult on the Bulls?
Yeah, just knowing what our standard is, knowing it wasn't good enough. I mean, we've seen it multiple times, knowing how we can defend guys. So I feel like we were giving them too many open looks, too many easy buckets, and once we clamped down on that, didn't really give up any easy buckets. We made it easy on ourselves.
Talk about the Bulls' movement and why it was so difficult for you guys. Was it just focus, or was it the Bulls that, with their style of offense, that was giving you guys problems on the defensive end?
It might have been a little bit of both. I mean, the way they play, they don't have specifically a guy that just, has the ball majority of the game. So everybody touches it. Everybody can touch the paint. So everybody has to stay focused in those ways. And I feel like once we locked down on that, I mean, we knew that coming into the game, and the first 3 quarters we didn't really execute on it, but fourth quarter I think we did a good job.
Yeah, no question.
I want you to be a sportscaster and break down some of these highlights. What are you seeing when you're doing this stuff, man?
I'm just trying to be patient. I mean, just with the guys that we have, I know I draw a lot of attention just touching the paint, so just trying to create advantages whatever way I can, and especially in the pick and roll with our lob threats, just being able to find easy buckets.
Yeah, talk about your connection with Luke Cornett. I don't know how many lobs you threw to him tonight. Looks like you guys are in sync on that high screen and roll. If the weak side defender or the help guy doesn't step up, there you go all the way to the basket. If the guy steps up, you're throwing the ball over the top.
Yeah, I mean, Luke, since day one with us, he's been a great lob threat, especially having Vic and then switching over to Luke. There's not much drop off with the lob, so teams don't really see that from teams with two big lob threats. So just being able to touch the paint again and create disadvantages for the defense, and Luke's been great for us. So just trying to get him involved on both sides.
What does it do for your team to win these clutch games? We saw it against New Orleans, Brooklyn, Houston. There may be another one that I'm forgetting now, and then tonight, where really when the game's on the line, you guys are getting stops, you're stepping up and making free throws, and you're getting clutch baskets.
Yeah, I feel like we always had, supreme confidence in each other, but when we're down and, things aren't going our way, when we can come back and finish games like that, I feel like it boosts that even a lot more. So just getting that much more experience is only going to help us throughout the season.
Absolutely.
37 assists, just 8 turnovers your last 3 games. Mitch said you're hitting singles. He used a baseball analogy, and you're just making it simple out there.
Yeah, just trying to make the game more simple. I mean, like I said before, I feel like teams kind of see.
Trey played well.
He did.
And the Spurs win. So, win-win.
Well, it's a win-win, yeah. I mean, hats off to Trey Jones.
Yeah.
He was trying to get a win against his former team and really played an exceptional ball game. I can't remember what his numbers were. I think 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 22, if I'm not mistaken. And so hats off to Trey Jones and just, bringing the competitiveness, the competitive nature that he possesses to the game. He wanted to beat his former team. It didn't turn out the way he wanted because our guys clamped down, like Steph said, in that fourth quarter, and Victor Wembanyama took his game to the next level.
And Mitch just there was talking about Luke Cornett as well. I'm going to be very interested to see if they use that lineup more to close games. I mean, those 2 guys out there defensively closing games, that could be pretty scary down the stretch.
Yeah, because they both can move their feet and they both can guard multiple positions. They're not just these big guys. They're out there because they're big. They block shots. We saw Luke Cornett a few times out in the perimeter against smaller players.